Oh shit, guys. Shimano has done it. They've finally done it. They finally come out with a super lightweight, low profile DC reel in the new, out of nowhere, Aldebaran DC. Now, I've been wanting a reel like this ever since I got my first super lightweight reel, which was the Core 50 way back in 2009. So that tells you just how long I've been waiting for this type of reel. But I'm not going to babble anymore. Let's check out this footage. So Shimano released a short teaser vid. Look at that. You can see it's sporting the new IDC5. That's got the external adjustment for everything, just like the METANIUM. You can also see it is using the current Aldebaran body. Same color, it looks like. So that means it doesn't have that ugly adjustment dial on the palm side plate like the BFS model does. It's got the DC adjustment. And I think it does make the palm side plate look much better than the BFS. Let me know if you agree. So of course, it's sporting IDC5. And he's using it on a saltwater rod. So I wonder if this thing is saltwater friendly. It should be, of course. There we go, another angle of it. Some backhanded skipping. Now they're not calling it a BFS DC reel, but look at that, it's sporting yet another iteration of Shimano's MGL, the newest, latest MGL 4. Now once again, they're not adding the bait finesse designation to it, but I'll show you guys more information here once this video ends. But yes, we are now on to MGL 4. I kind of wish they would have made it a different color, maybe like silver. Like a medium silver would have been nice to differentiate it from the BFS. Aldebaran DC. It has finally come. Alright, so let's go to Shimano Japan's webpage and check out some more details. Okay, so here we are on Shimano Japan's webpage. Of course, we're going to go to Reel. We're going to go to Baitcasters. And let's scroll down. And here it is right on the front page. So if you look at it, it is positioned right in between the METANIUM and the Scorpion DC. And I believe that means it's going to be priced somewhere in between the two, probably closer to the METANIUM DC. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's priced exactly the same as the METANIUM DC. But let's check out some more details. Look at that thing. You can see on the gear side plate, just like the METANIUM DC, it's got the chrome handle side plate trim piece, which looks awesome. Here's another picture of it. Now it looks like the color is slightly a different tone of blue versus the BFS, but still I wish they would have given it a different color just to make it easier to tell it apart, and just to let everyone know this is a product that's positioned higher in the Shimano hierarchy. But oh well. Check out some more pictures. There we go. What do you think of the side plate now? Unlike the BFS, which has that ugly, cheap plastic looking brake dial adjustment towards the front, now we have the new IDC5 all external brake adjustment. And if you take a look at the adjustment, if I can blow this up, it looks like there's L, M, and H. So L, I guess that might be for light, M for medium, and H for heavy. So no line modes. Now I'm just guessing here, guys. This thing just literally got announced, but instead of going with line modes, it looks like they're going with potentially weights. So light, medium, heavy, and then of course you have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fine-tuning adjustments with the outer latch there. So now that I look at it, this does look to be more of the current Aldebaran MGL color. Now there's a new ANTARES that got released, and that came with a new line guide, and I don't know if this new Aldebaran has it. We'll find out. And there's a picture from the top, and we get a better look at that MGL4 spool, and to me it looks just like the MGL3 spool, but I'll show you what they claim to have changed. But I think that's all the pictures. Yeah, so let's read. Equipped with Magnum Light 4 and IDC5, it opens up a new possibilities for technical games. By miniaturizing the DC unit, we have succeeded in installing a DC brake on a smaller diameter spool. It's about time. The synergistic effect of the low inertia spool with a light start and the DC brake that controls the brake force in 1/1000th of a second has realized casting with excellent low ballistics, long distance casting performance, and anti-backlash performance, even with lightweight lures. The DC brake is equipped with the new IDC5, which has evolved its controllability to a higher level of precision. In addition, the 15-stage multi-stage makes it easier to determine the best setting regardless of the type of line. The Magnum Light 4 Silent Tune and S3D spool reduce vibration and reduce power loss during casting. The design maximizes the rotation performance of the spool and further improves casting performance. The basic performance of the micromodule gear, X-ship, and Hagane body is also enhanced. A new technical DC has been born with versatility that can handle salt games such as black bass, black porgy, and light rockfish. So yeah, they're touting its saltwater ability. So I'm wondering if it's still made of magnesium. Alright, more info on the Magnum Light 4 spool. It says equipped with Magnum Light 4, whose reverse taper shape suppresses spool vibration and enhances rotation performance. So reverse taper. Here's a little diagram of it, if I can blow it up. And honestly, I don't see what they're talking about. Is it a reverse concave, making it convex? If you look at this blue dotted line right here, but when I look at the picture, I don't see that. All right, let's read about it. The Magnum Light Spool IV uses a reverse taper spool shape to create a well-balanced line winding shape. By winding the line in a balanced manner, it suppresses shaking during rotation, brings out the rotation performance of the spool, and contributes to excellent casting performance. The spool size is small and narrow with a diameter of 30 millimeters and a width of 19 millimeters. It has low inertia and low vibration, achieving a light startup. It can be used for pinpoint targeting at close range and also covers long casts, search a wide area with high response capabilities. So if you look at the spool, I know it's hard to see. Let's pull it up again. It looks to be a 30 line capacity, so basically the same line capacity as the current Aldebaran MGL, the old model. So definitely not BFS shallow, but definitely a finesse capacity in my opinion. Okay, compact version of the high precision IDC5, a technical DC with improved compatibility with lightweight lures. So that was a drawback of Shimano's DC brakes. Since they put the mechanism on the spool itself, they couldn't really fit it that well into smaller spools due to line capacity. But you have to keep in mind that they did come out with the super shallow spooled Cardiff DC back in 2009. Right, more technical jargon. All right, so let's read this. This brake system allows for 15 fine brake adjustments by combining a mode dial with 3 settings, low, medium, and high, and a brake dial with 5 settings. So yeah, L, M, and H does mean low, medium, high, so they've kind of ditched the line modes. So by matching with a small diameter spool with low rotational inertia after winding, blah, blah, blah. So they're definitely touting its castability. Let's hope it's not like the METANIUM DC where its IDC5 brakes, its tune, doesn't seem to be able to handle anything but braided line very well, at least in my experience. Alright, another look at the adjustments. It has excellent basic performance and can be used in a wide range of light game scenes, so definitely saying it's intended for finesse. Magnum Light Spool, blah blah blah, we already read about that. Alright, the long awaited DC brake model is now available for Aldebaran. It works well with PE line. So is this designed just for braid? That's going to be disappointing because I'm a straight fluoro guy. Okay, it says the advantage of the DC brakes is that it can be used with small and lightweight lures, as well as lures with large air resistance without any trouble, and can be comfortably thrown to the target spot. For example, it can handle small crankbaits, jerkbaits, light Texas rigs, and other lures as the main lure, as well as lures heavier than that, except for extremely light lures that are called bait finesse. So they're definitely saying this is not supposed to be a bait finesse reel, but of course I'm going to test it for that. It can be used with a wide range of situations for both winding and casting. One thing to note is that it works well with PE lines, so just like the current METANIUM DC. But don't worry, I'm going to test it with fluoro as well as mono as well as braid. There are fewer problems even when using thin lines of the 0.6 class. Line for more delicate approaches. It will be a great ally not only for bass fishing, but also for light saltwater fishing in general. Alright, so they're kind of expanding the role of the Aldebaran. And let's check out some of the technology. Hagane body, which I'm assuming is going to still be magnesium. Micro module gears, X-ship, MGL4, silent tune, IDC5, CI4 plus, clicking drag, S3D. Yeah, so if you look at the number 30 and 31 HG, 30 and 31 XG. So this is definitely a 30 capacity spool, just like the current Aldebaran MGL. And here's more specs. Spool diameter, of course, 30 by 19. Short 80mm handle, 10+1 bearings. Price yet to be decided. But let's look at the weight. 150 grams. So when you convert that over into ounces, it's not going to be as light as the current Aldebaran MGL and BFS, which are both under 5 ounces, but it's still going to be really light, coming in at about 5.3 ounces. So I have no problem with that. So yeah, fellas, Shimano finally did it. I think personally that they were feeling the pressure of the Chinese coming out with these ultra lightweight DC reels like the Silver Feather Smart DC, which I have, and they decided to finally put DC technology into their lightest weight baitcaster, the Aldebaran DC. And I am probably gonna order 2 right off the bat. Now let me know in the comments if you guys are gonna pick up one of these Finesse DC reels, because you just love lightweight, small, compact reels for fishing. And now we have the Aldebaran DC. Alright guys, there's going to be a lot more coverage because Shimano just released a whole bunch of new products, including a new Antares. And of course they're going to be featuring these at the upcoming Japanese fishing shows. Alright guys, thanks a lot.